It is Thursday. Welcome into the News 10 Plus digital desk. I know we were here just about 3 minutes ago, but we are back to share a little bit what's coming up on Studio 10 today, as well as First at 4, 90 minutes of news, and we will have Colton Cichoracki back at the end of the News 10 Plus show. That way we can share with you what more you can expect in that first alert forecast. Before we share, Rachelle, what is coming up on Studio 10, I do want to quickly show outside Delta Township. Colton and I were giving you a live look into Delta Township right there. And about 5 minutes ago, I can tell you that camera was clear. The skies were turning a little bit more dark, but right now, 5 minutes later, at this current time, you're seeing that the skies are darker. The streets look a little bit wet, and you're also seeing some of that moisture on the camera lens as well. So that is Delta Township. As of now, we can continue showing you other looks around the mid-Michigan area, showing all of those storms coming up. We will bring Colton back in just in a few short moments. There we go. Just had to sort out my words real quick. But anyways, coming up on Studio 10 today, Rachelle, what's going on?
How are you, Taylor?
We are busy. The little alerts
busy.
have been going off because of first alert weather, so we need some more coffee in me to stay energetic.
Well, hopefully all of you are staying home, and if you are, at 3 o'clock, and not too long from now, you guys can tune into Studio 10. We got a lot of really great things today. Claudia actually is in Jackson, but she's inside. Don't worry, because that 40th anniversary of the Hot Air Jubilee, she's going to be doing that.
Yeah.
She's going to be talking to us a little bit about what's going on there. Like I said, that 40th anniversary, really exciting. She'll be speaking with the pilots, and she'll be talking to them. So she's going live from there, actually. So it is really, really exciting. You're actually looking at some video of it right now. I've never been inside a hot air balloon, but I really hope one day I can, or maybe we can attend this Jubilee. I know it's going on for a few days and whatnot. So it's really cool. Plus, today we are announcing the winner of our Lansing Lugnuts giveaway. You know, I love going to a Lugnuts game, love being inside.
Love the nuts, and we also love giveaways for sure.
Yeah, so we have that going on. We're going to have our winner. Please make sure you guys are always entering in our giveaways and whatnot. Plus, we'll have somebody. We're playing a game of chess. We have the Village Lansing. It's a really great nonprofit that does a lot for the community and making sure that people have a place to spend a lot of their time in doing activities and whatnot. And we also have someone from Dream a Little Dream joining us.
So
it's a packed show. A lot of really great things. And you guys can always head to YouTube, WILX Studio 10, subscribe, and you'll never miss anything.
All right, thank you, Rachelle. Yes, it is a very busy day, and we do have a warning out in Eaton County. That's why we are hopping immediately right back to Colton Cichoracki. We are moving around the newsroom today.
Busy day, so thank you to Rachelle for accommodating. Yes, and this is what we were watching for. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for Eaton County. Not surprising, we've been seeing these thunderstorms develop rapidly here over the last couple of hours. Now, this warning is in effect until 3 p.m. for Eaton County. Right now, the National Weather Service is issuing this warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as hail to golf ball size. There is also a tornado possible tag on this as well. So if you live in Eaton County, you need to be getting inside, getting away from the windows. This is not... this is a severe thunderstorm warning that's now in effect for Eaton County until 3 p.m. As this line of showers and thunderstorms moves on in. Now, one thing, too, is
we're also hearing about power outages
yes, and that's exactly what I was about to do. We do now have some power outages. Let me see if I can pull up the consumer's energy map here.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Again, like Colton is showing you on pinpoint Doppler radar at this current moment, you're seeing a lot of those lightning strikes happening. You're seeing a lot of the green, a lot of the red passing through our area. And again, you have those severe thunderstorms warnings, the most recent one being in Eaton County.
Yes, and if we can get the map here to load, it looks like it might have froze a little bit, but there have been some power outages being reported into parts of Clinton County as we've seen this intense line of showers and thunderstorms move on in. But again, the latest update that we got is that the brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Eaton County until 3 p.m., where we are tracking some pretty strong thunderstorms moving on in. And the National Weather Service issued this warning for 60 miles per hour wind gust as well as golf ball size hail is possible with this storm that's in Eaton County. I'm going to try to get some more details here with the warning. as it has been making its way through. The storm is moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. It is going to be moving into the area, into the Lansing area as well. A line stretching from near Capital Region International Airport to near Bellevue, which is in southern parts of Eaton County. This is radar indicated 60 mile per hour wind gusts are possible with this storm and quarter size hail. And there is also, let me see if I can't switch it here on. Let me look at something else real quick. But we have been seeing that potential at seeing just a very weak rotation in some of these thunderstorms. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. Treat it the same. Make sure you're getting inside, getting away from any windows, because we are seeing this intense line of thunderstorms make their way through. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Eaton County. This is not that surprising. We kind of saw this coming as this intense line of showers and storms has developed over the last couple of minutes here. That severe thunderstorm warning does include basically the southeastern parts of the county, which is including places like Charlotte, towards Eaton Rapids as well. We are under the severe thunderstorm warning. Lots of heavy rainfall with this as well. We haven't seen any storm reports come in just yet. Hang on, give me 1 second. It does look like there was some hail being reported in St. John's, downtown St. John's. It's a public report. We do see that the severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect for Clinton County until 2:45. So we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for Clinton County until 2:45. The same thing there, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, as well as hail to around 1/4 of an inch, where we do have this new severe thunderstorm warning. Let me clear that out of here and move up that way. So again, a lot of the strongest thunderstorms have been in effect, or have been in northern parts of mid-Michigan. However, we do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Clinton County, and this time this warning goes until 2:45 p.m. So the warning originally was in effect until 2:15. Now it's until 2:45. So that's for the eastern parts of the county as this line continues to work its way in. Taylor, I don't know if we can get any of our sky cams going.
I do have Delta Township right here, and you were seeing how shaky it is right now. And it's got, you know, the streets look a little bit wet there as well. The sky is dark.
Can we see the MSU sky cam?
Yeah, let's take
I suspect that we'll probably see some dark skies over that way.
Just a second.
Yes, thank you. As we're seeing this line of showers and storms move on in.
Let's take a look at MSU
Yeah,
right
so
now.
that's kind of what I expected that to happen there. It's looking pretty dark as these storms. So East Lansing, watch out, because we're going to see some pretty intense thunderstorms move on into the area. Doesn't look like the consumer's outage map is working currently. But we have been watching these severe thunderstorms make their way through mid-Michigan over the last several hours, and they are now moving right through the mid-Michigan area of the very intense line of showers and storms. I'm going to zoom this out for you, that we're seeing this intense line of thunderstorms make their way right through mid-Michigan. And remember, if you're watching us here, this is just one of the resources. Vicky just commented in saying huge hail in DeWitt. Okay, so we have a hail report. If you can safely find any pictures of any of those thunderstorms, we would love to see them and send those on into News 10. But we did just get a report there from Vicky. Thank you so much. Of huge hail in DeWitt. That's not surprising. That has been something that we've been watching for, as one of the main concerns with these thunderstorms has been the hail that has been possible here. Outage map is just not liking me right now. All right, that's fine. But we have seen some power outages. The last time I saw it, there were some power outages being reported in Clinton County. So we still do have these intense thunderstorms making their way through. Some of them have been producing some gusty winds as well as some hail with this, and that's why we do have the severe thunderstorm warnings that have been in effect. Very impressive. The storms that are now moving into the Flint area. If you have any friends or family that live in Saginaw or Genesee counties, know that there's a severe thunderstorm warning over that way as well. And that's a very impressive line of thunderstorms that is making its way into that direction. So that's something that just giving you a heads up if you have any friends or family over that way, that they're going to see some pretty intense thunderstorms within the next hour or so as that line makes its way in. So we're seeing the initial line come in, but let me show you here that there's still this cluster of showers and thunderstorms back to the west, west of the Lansing area, so that will make its way in as well.
We actually, Betty Sue comments, South Lansing, strong winds starting up. And yeah, Colton, you're seeing more of that pop up.
Yeah, and looks like there are some power outages now west of Lansing as well. Once you get closer to Grand Ledge, it looks like some power outages are being reported there currently. if we could get the outage map to work. I don't know why it's not popping up here, but so we're seeing that currently.
I'm
Moving.
trying to see if I can get the outage map on my phone or anything. I don't know why it's not pulling up on the website.
Also, Beth is asking about Springport. That's further closer to Jackson County, or in Jackson. Okay, it looks like we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Ingham County. So this warning for Ingham County isn't until 3:15. So this warning is in effect for Eaton County until 3:15. Again, still watching at the possibility of seeing some strong gusty winds of 60 miles per hour, as well as hail up to an inch in diameter. So that's talking about golf ball size hail is possible with this storm. So that does include all of Ingham County now. This warning is in effect until 3:15 because we are seeing that intense thunderstorm that's currently in Eaton County now make its way off to the east and move into parts of Ingham County. So it looks like the worst of this, based on what I'm seeing here on radar, is going to be going south of the city of Lansing. But even so, there are still some intense thunderstorms in the Lansing area currently. So we do have that brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. We saw it pop up here live on
News 10 Plus.
Yes, with the severe thunderstorm warning that is now issued for Ingham County, which is in effect until 3:15 p.m. Because we've been seeing these very intense thunderstorms make their way into mid-Michigan. So if you are finding yourself under one of these warnings, if you live in a place like Lansing, you live in Mason, Onondaga, towards Dansville, anywhere in Ingham County, you want to be paying attention to the weather, getting inside, kind of getting away from windows. You don't want to be too close from this, as we are seeing that severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for Ingham County across the area. And we see warnings stretching all the way from Saginaw County down into Eaton and Ingham counties, where we have these severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. If you see anything that you're seeing out your window, please feel free to comment. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. This is what's so great about this resource, is that we can talk directly to you. When we're on air, sometimes we can't see that and don't have that ability to chat with you live when we're doing this.
I'll actually point to Colton and I'll say, look at this screen over here. This is where we see all of your comments. So when Vicki was commenting about the huge hail in DeWitt and Betty Sue was talking about the strong winds in South Lansing, we can see all of that right here, and that way we're able to communicate with you a little bit and have that conversation about the first alert weather forecast, whether it's a first alert weather day or not. We do want to show you Delta Township, very shaky outside right now.
Yeah, and these storms have been producing some very strong gusty winds in parts of the area as well. I'm going to go switch over and see if there's any power outages on the BWL outage map here shortly. So we'll see if we can get that pulled up for you. I don't know if there is any. I haven't seen the map. No, so not really any outages. Just 2 customers being affected currently with any of those severe thunderstorms that have been making their way through Lansing area. Let me see if I can zoom this back in. Oh, okay, thanks. So Darren's also been here working with us, and so is Andy. Andy's been providing updates on air. So we have you covered right here on News 10 Plus. We have you covered on air as these thunderstorms.
Darren's walking back down to the studio
running
right
back
now.
between the studio and here to give us updates. So we have you covered, and of course we're going to be entering into our busy news block here, starting with Studio 10 at 3 o'clock. We'll have weather updates on that. First at 4, the 90 minutes of news. So we have you covered on all of our bases here to give you that first alert and really live up to what we promise you, to give you that first alert with these thunderstorms. So we do have the severe thunderstorm warning that does include all of Ingham County. This is in effect until 3:15 p.m. The National Weather Service issuing this because of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as golf ball size hail, which is making its way into the area. Let me see if I can get the information of how fast the storm is moving. Give me 1 second.
You're all good. I know that we were sent a hail picture to our Facebook DM. I'm not sure if that's mine or yours. I'm trying to check mine to see if we can show any hail pictures.
I don't know if Crystal can get that.
Crystal's
going to look into that. Vicki sent in a picture of the hail that was in DeWitt. So that has been one of the concerns that we were seeing with this all day long. We were talking about how strong damaging wind gusts as well as heavy rainfall and hail were the main concerns. And one thing that I do want to continue to highlight, while there is no tornado warning for this storm, there is a little bit of rotation, some weak rotation within this within this storm. So that's something to keep in mind. So even though that there is not an official tornado warning, there is a little bit of some weak rotation with this one as well. So make sure that you are getting inside. If you are under one of these warnings, get away from your windows, get into a safe spot of your house. The general rule is to get as many walls between you and the outside as possible. So think about where that might be in your house and get there, because we do have the severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Ingham and Eaton counties right now. A lot of the worst of these storms are now moving to the east of I-69 and moving into parts of Ingham County. So we're seeing quite a bit of heavy rainfall from downtown Lansing stretching down through Holt. Let me see. Let me clear this out. Actually, I can zoom in and do a little bit of a radar tour with what we're seeing. I wish I could turn off the lightning while I'm down here. Let me see if I can figure that out, if I can turn that off. I might not be able to. No.
We were seeing how red and yellow it is hitting Holt.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, I'm sorry that all these lightning strikes are showing up here. I can't seem to turn it off with the iPad that I have here. But bottom line here is that we're seeing some very intense thunderstorms moving into Shiawassee County. We're talking near even into Clinton County. So we're talking near Perry, Langsburg, seeing a lot of this heavy rainfall, strong gusty winds, some hail possibly with this, moving into Bath Township. Further to the south, we are seeing a lot of these thunderstorms moving into East Lansing, Okemos, Hazlitt, into Lansing, Holt. We're seeing a lot of this heavy rainfall. Eventually Mason, if you live in Mason, making sure that you're getting inside to a safe spot, because we do have this intense line of showers and thunderstorms that are moving in. We did just get a brand new storm report. This is from DeWitt, where a terrain spotter reported quarter-size hail. So we are seeing that a possibility there in DeWitt. You know, we had that person, Vicky, who let us know that as well, that there has been some hail into DeWitt. Quarter-size hail has been reported, and that we just got an official storm report from the National Weather Service here within the last minute or so. So we've been seeing a lot of strong gusty winds. We've been seeing some hail as well. I don't know why the Consumer's Energy map is not pulling up here, but
it's very strange.
there have been some power outages being reported as well, with some of these strong thunderstorms making their way into the area, and
With, you know, Vicky was able to send us over. We got Crystal working here as well right now. You can see her behind me. But Vicky was talking about the huge hail in DeWitt, she said, and then talking about sending us a picture. If we show you to WILX.com, you can actually go submit photos and videos right here. So where my mouse is circling, you submit photos and videos. You can submit that right to us, again, on WILX.com. And you're seeing one of the first things says, send us photos of storm damage in your area. So you're able to do that. And Vicky, go ahead and send us the huge hail that you're seeing out in DeWitt.
yeah, and so I zoomed out pinpoint Doppler radar here too, because we have this intense line of showers and thunderstorms that actually stretches all the way back to South Bend, Indiana. So this is with a cold front. These thunderstorms are developing out ahead of the cold front, and what you see when you have one of these fronts that are coming through, you see a lot of rising air out ahead of this front, because you have the collision of the two air masses, you know, warm and cold air. So you see a lot of lift up in the atmosphere, and that provides the necessary lift needed for these thunderstorms, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So you can actually follow the cold front draped all across the area here with some thunderstorms that have been making their way into the area. So we've been seeing some questions about Jackson and Hillsdale. Eventually you will see this line of thunderstorms, but the strongest part of it has been right in the Lansing area, where we do have these severe thunderstorm warnings that are currently in effect. Now this is in effect for Eaton and Ingham counties, as well as Clinton, Shiawassee counties, also seeing some of these severe thunderstorm warnings. Seeing another report towards Vicksburg, that's in Kalamazoo County, of quarter-size hail being reported, as well as in Ionia County. So there's been some hail with some of these thunderstorms. Seeing any updates from our friends at the National Weather Service office in Detroit. We are seeing just those severe thunderstorm warnings that have been issued over the last couple of minutes here. I do believe that there was a new discussion. It does look like there could be a new watch issued potentially for Branch and Hillsdale counties. The Storm Prediction Center is giving it about a 95% chance of seeing a new watch issued for southern parts of our viewing area. So this is far southern parts that we're seeing. So this is actually some internal things that we look at from the Storm Prediction Center. This is a mesoscale discussion that they put out, and sometimes I put one on my Facebook page a little while ago before they issued the watch. They'll let us know what they're thinking and if they're going to do that. It's actually pouring here at the station. That just caught my eye as we're seeing a very intense line of showers and thunderstorms move on in. So we may see our southern counties put into the severe thunderstorm watch that we do have in effect.
Oh boy, yeah, let's take a live look at the MSU sky cam right now. This is what you're seeing outside. All of that rain. Ooh,
Yes, and you can really see those low clouds too.
they look like they're raining. You can see all of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we are seeing the strong to severe thunderstorms make their way into mid-Michigan. It's absolutely coming down here in South Lansing with these intense thunderstorms that are making their way through. We do have the severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect until 3:15 p.m. for Ingham County. We continue to have the severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Eaton County. I believe that's also until 3:15. Let me double check that. Where we do have these intense thunderstorms making their way in. So places like East Lansing, what you're seeing on your screen right there, tons of heavy rainfall making their way into mid-Michigan. If you have any questions or comments or anything, please let me know. Vicky just said that she submitted that hail picture on our website. I don't know if we can get that
Oh, we will have that pulled up in just a couple
Okay,
of minutes,
cool.
actually. Thank you so much, Vicky.
Yeah,
for
Vicky,
sending
we
that to
really
us.
appreciate that. And if anyone else sees anything where you're located, please feel free to let us know. It's really great to get this one-on-one that we can talk with you and let you know what's happening and what you're seeing in your neighborhood. Really helps us out as well. And we
Yeah.
can also relay that information onto the National Weather Service, which really helps them out. So it's a really nice, just, little feedback loop.
It is, and it's super easy. If we can show it one more time, you go to WILX.com, go to our homepage, and on our homepage, if I show you, you want to click on the top there where it
Sorry.
says submit photos and videos. Super simple process. You can go submit media under the send us photos of storm damage in your area, and we will be able to show that. Again, I'm going to show you MSC one more time because you were seeing how dark those clouds are outside.
Yeah, and and this is a very intense line of showers and thunderstorms that has been moving on into mid-Michigan. So really clearing the Lansing area currently where we do have this line of showers and thunderstorms. This is right on schedule. We said it was going to be right in the middle part of the afternoon, and that's exactly what we're seeing. We still do have some storms that are a little bit further back to the west and southern parts of Ionia County. Those will likely move on into parts of Clinton County here. So let's play the loop. Let me zoom this out and show you the loop of our radar here with our intense line of showers and storms. If it likes me, I think I might have got it mad at me. Hang on.
I know it's saying, Colton, you're making us do too much. There's
Yeah.
too much going on in the weather today.
Yeah, so you can see the warning stretch all the way from Tuscola County through Flint into Lansing as well. And now we're seeing that line of showers and storms developing into parts near Marshall. So in Calhoun County, where we're seeing that right now. No warning for Calhoun County, but we are seeing this intense line of showers and thunderstorms.
We did have Logan Ross comment on our live stream. Any possible tornadoes heading towards South Lansing? Anything of the sort?
No, but we are seeing a very intense line of showers and thunderstorms. It's moving into parts of our area currently where we're seeing a ton of heavy rainfall.
Tree branches are moving a lot. We're actually just taking a look outside of our window right now. There is a lot. I'll see if I can post something on my Facebook real quick. Yeah, they're just looking at the rain.
Okay, so we have a lot going on here in southern parts of Lansing where the station is located, where we have a lot of heavy rain coming down, and we're...
No, it's really bad. Everyone's very distracted right now.
Yeah,
It's,
so I do want to also point out that we have some storm damage coming in from Shiawassee County. This is 1 mile east of Owasso, where we do have reports of wires and large trees being down 2 miles south of the intersection of 500 Block and Comstock Street, where we do have some storm damage being reported in Shiawassee County, 1 mile east of seeing some storm damage here with some of these showers and thunderstorms moving on into mid-Michigan. So this has been a busy afternoon that we saw this line of thunderstorms develop over the last couple of hours, and now we are getting storm reports being reported. Taylor just got a really good video of the wind and the rain coming down.
I'll actually put that on my Facebook right
Yes.
now. People can go see that.
Logan asking any possible tornadoes. There has been that risk, but we haven't seen that realized here. We just got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, or actually just continues the severe thunderstorm warning for Eaton County. And something that I've been mentioning is that the National Weather Service can actually put what's called a tornado possible tag on these. It doesn't mean that there will be one, but that does mean that the storm does have some rotation in it, oftentimes very weak rotation. And that's kind of what we've been seeing with some of these severe thunderstorm warnings that have been put out. But we haven't seen too many damage reports here locally. Let me see if the outage map will pull up. It does not like us today. Let's see. No, it doesn't seem to want to do it.
We want to pull up, if we go to Facebook, I can actually show what it was looking like in Lansing not too long ago.
Here, I'll let you do that, Taylor.
All right, sounds good.
Sorry, I just got distracted trying to find the outage map here.
No, you're good. You're doing a lot. You're being very helpful, so we appreciate it.
So if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please let us know because we've been seeing these thunderstorms. Logan also commenting, I heard a possible rotation was in DeWitt. Is this correct? This storm has had a history of this, but right now, nothing that has been confirmed or anything like that. Just some very strong gusty winds, a lot of heavy rainfall, and some hail. We have seen reports of hail in DeWitt, Logan. That has been our report that we have seen from DeWitt, has been some large hail. So this is along a cold front that is making its way through mid-Michigan, bringing a ton of heavy rainfall, as well as the possibility of seeing some damaging wind gusts over the last couple of minutes. So we can switch over to...
Oh, here we go. All right, this is video I took 2 minutes ago when everyone was looking outside in the newsroom because of how windy and all the rain and storms coming through Lansing right now. So I actually ran outside the door as Colton was giving you a little update. Took this 7 or 8 second video. But yeah, that's just what I was able to see in just 8 seconds. So this was passing through Lansing. It's moving on over to the east. That's why we are continuously tracking the storms. Our meteorologists are doing that. We're just helping to relay the message. Our photographers are out there keeping the cameras dry, but they themselves are gonna need a change of clothes, is what that's looking like. Yeah. We'll get you new shoes and a few things. It's very wet outside. So an umbrella, I don't even think an umbrella is going to cut it. You might just want to stay inside today.
Yes, I would definitely stay inside.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I'm just going to go back through.
Again, if you're driving about, which be careful with that too, slow down on the roads. Also be careful of any hydroplaning if there is any water on the street as well. Do not try to seek shelter under any of the gas station awnings. Again, with those gusty winds, especially some areas reporting 70 miles per hour of winds. So definitely do not seek shelter under there. Go inside a stable shelter like your home.
We do have a question there from Sarah. The NWS has severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 8 p.m. Do you predict another line of storms tonight after the current cells pass? No, I do not. So I would say once this initial line comes through, there is a little bit more storms that might try to sneak into parts of mid-Michigan immediately after that. But once this entire line clears, I think our storm threat really diminishes. The air mass is just going to be a lot different back behind this. Not really conducive of seeing any more thunderstorms. So probably within the next 1 to 2 hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Once this is out of here, we're going to be quiet for the rest of the evening, which is some good news. So Sarah, thank you so much for that question. That's a great question.
Yeah,
so the watch issued until 8 p.m. The watch also includes places towards Metro Detroit, so that's really going to be for them. But I think in our area, we'll see that watch get trimmed back, and I would not suspect that we'll see any of that warning activity or watch activity continue into that late.
All right, we do have, I don't remember if you know, Vicky was sending us the picture of the hail she saw out in DeWitt. We do want to show you that right now. Look at that.
Oh, wow, so yeah, it's a little lighter.
Yeah, she was trying to get the size comparison. Thank you, Vicky. That was really smart, too, to be able to show us the comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could, if your car's outside.
Well, you know, and that's something that the National Weather Service wants you to do. If you do ever see hail and you submit a report or you take a picture of hail, a coin. So like a quarter or a nickel or something like that. That really gives a good indication of how big the hail is. And one thing I do want to point out, because I see that Andy is back on the air right now on Channel 10. So we have you covered on every single basis. So we've been live on air. We've been on our News 10 Plus. We have been on our apps. We have been streaming. We've been on for a while now. We've been on for 15 minutes straight here, but we've been on even longer than that before that. So we have had you covered. It does look like the good news here is that the severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton County will be allowed to expire at 2:45. So that's some good news with that. So can we go back to pinpoint Doppler radar and show you kind of a current state of what we're seeing with this line of storms? Let me advance this. This has all happened within the last couple of hours that we saw this line of storms make their way through. The strongest part of the thunderstorms now into parts of Ingham County as well as into Shiawassee County. But eventually, too, I'm going to zoom in here if I can. towards Marshall into Calhoun County, we're seeing a pretty intense thunderstorm into parts of Calhoun County. That's going to be making its way along I-94 towards Jackson with these intense showers and thunderstorms that have been making their way through mid-Michigan, where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect just to the north of here. It does not include any parts of Jackson County or Eaton County, or I'm so sorry, or Calhoun County with this. So we continue to see this intense line of showers and storms, but I want to go back to the MSU Skycam because look how quickly those storms have come to an end.
Wow.
And things have quieted down. So once these blow through, that's pretty much going to be it. And I think later this evening we'll see things quiet down. We just
the aftermath. You're seeing those darker clouds move out of the way. You're seeing the wet streets, the pavements. But yeah, not looking too bad over at Michigan State.
I do want to point out that we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Livingston County. This is in effect until 4 p.m. With this cell. This is all thanks to the storms that have been making their way through the Lansing area, now moving into Livingston County. So there's now a severe thunderstorm warning. Same thing here with some gusty winds as well as some large hail being possible with these storms making their way into Livingston County. So that's a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that we just got issued here from the National Weather Service. So we'll continue to see this make its way into the area. We did just get penny-sized hail report in Flint, Genesee County there. So it has been...
And again, this was the hail that Vicki sent in from DeWitt. That's next to a lighter. That lighter looks about 2 3/4 sizes, about that size. So I would say that probably looks around the size of a quarter. Maybe a little less.
Probably a little bit smaller than
a
that.
little bit smaller.
But still some pretty large hail. And remember, by the time you get outside and get a picture, it's probably melted a little bit.
That's true. But send in those pictures because not only do we want it, the National Weather Service also says to take a picture. That was great, Vicki, for doing it with the lighter. That was really smart. Otherwise, use something like a quarter. That's a great way to tell how large that piece of hail is coming down. So let's go back out to pinpoint Doppler radar. I know Colton was giving this recent warning out in Livingston County for that severe thunderstorm.
Yeah, and you know, the good news is as those storms move through the Lansing area, I'm not seeing a ton of power outages in Lansing. So that's some welcome news, but I know that there has been some outages elsewhere into parts of mid-Michigan. So I'm going to see if I can get the map to pull up here. It has not been wanting to. The consumer's energy map still doesn't look like it's wanting to be nice to us.
No.
But we have seen some power outages. Here, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone, and I'll give you an update that way. As of the last update, there are more than 11,000 customers without power, and I can tell you that some of these power outages are south of I-96 in the Lansing area. We do have a pretty large power outage that is just to the south, right near MLK, M99, right there, just to the east of there. We have quite a few outages, as well as near Holt, where we do have some power outages being reported. And back to the west, even west of Grand Ledge, there are some outages, as well as up into parts of Shiawassee County. We do have some power outages being reported. So currently, there are 200 outages being reported throughout all of Consumers Energy, with more than 11,000 customers currently without power.
Yeah. And for those still with power, if you still have power, make sure you're charging your phone.
Yep.
Extra battery packs during this time. Get a flashlight, find those backup batteries. Just in case your power also goes out, you are making sure you are prepared before it happens.
Taylor, can you go through this one more time?
Oh, yeah, I can go through this one more time for sure. So, again, I will show, this is the hail size that Vicki from DeWitt sent in. Again, you're seeing it's smaller, a little bit smaller than a quarter, probably melted a bit, but that's a great picture. Thank you again, Vicki. That's super helpful. And sending it in next to that picture of the lighter. Another great thing to send a picture in next to it with is a quarter. That way you can kind of determine the size, too. Something else we want to show you, like how Vicki did this. All you have to do to show us your pictures or videos of the storm damage, I'll take us back to the home page to start us from the beginning. You will see on our front page, First Alert Weather Day, right there on the home page, very big. But if you want to submit any of the storm damage, you will see that my mouse right now circling around submit photos and videos. And if you click on that, you're going to scroll down a bit. You're going to see the very first one says send us photos of storm damage in your area. If you click on that, you scroll down a bit, you're going to be able to find ways to submit your photos. So again, you can see past photos that we've had during other storms in our area. These are past events, but again, you can always send those recent pictures that you're getting from the storms today and we will make sure to share that with everyone. Actually, the tree that's on your screen right now, Colton took this during the last
Oh gosh,
storm
yeah,
that
that
we
is
had.
that is my picture.
So, yeah, even you're out there sending in the pictures.
Yeah, so what we're going to do here, we're going to go through the warnings one more time with what we're seeing right now. We do have Studio 10 to get ready for coming up at 3 o'clock, so we'll go through the warnings one more time before we move towards more on-air stuff with this, but we still do have several severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect, stretching from Ingham County, Shiawassee, Genesee counties under that severe thunderstorm warning for our friends off to the east, if you know anyone over that way. We also do have the severe thunderstorm warning until 3:15. This is for Ingham County. Strong damaging wind gusts are the most likely concern there. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Livingston County until 4 p.m. We're starting to see some new thunderstorms move into northern parts of Jackson County. We may or may not see any warnings issued for that area as well, as we have been seeing these strong gusty winds. So we're going to be keeping you updated throughout the rest of the evening. Now, the worst of these storms are now beginning to move east of us, and once they do, I do think that our threat for severe weather will start to diminish as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. So for right now, I have to go.
You have to go. I'm going to show the First Alert weather app. I will share what's coming up during First at 4 in the 90 minutes of news. Colton,
Okay.
thank you. We
Yes,
will tune into you
and we
soon.
will have updates coming up on Studio 10 if you want to switch over to News 10. Also download the News 10 First Alert weather app. We'll have updates there as well.
Perfect. Thank you. And this is where Colton was just talking about. Thank you so much. Good luck with Studio 10. You're doing great. Yes, he is continuously keeping you updated, just like the rest of our meteorologists, doing such a great job. So there you go. First Alert weather app, free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Again, our meteorologists constantly posting those video updates. They also have hour-by-hour temperatures. You have satellite and radar, and you have all of the First Alert forecasts. So that's where you can go. You can also do the Follow Me feature, which is also great. Or if you're going to be in a place like if you're in Lansing, if you're going to be in Holt later, you can set your location to Holt to see what you can expect when you're in the area later that day. Also, you can get traffic alerts. So if there is any disturbances on the roads because of the rain, the storms, you'll also be able to get notified on that as well. But we do want to share what's coming up at First at 4 and during our 90 minutes of news. So starting with Mid-Michigan Matters during First at 4, here we go. We are bringing in a man who climbed Mount Everest, the tallest mountain, so super cool. He's actually a surgeon out of Ann Arbor, but he is climbing the 7 summits, so we are very pumped up to have him in today. Also coming up, News 10 at 5. Home Instead is hosting a free Alzheimer's family education workshop, so you can learn more details into that coming up News 10 at 5. And at News 10 at 5:30, Potter Park Zoo is hosting its second to last zoo night for those 21 and over. Then News 10 at 6, we have the latest on a gas leak in the area of Saginaw Street and Washington Avenue, so we'll provide you the latest details into that. And then, of course, well, that is it. We'll have more from Crystal and Tim Stout later in the day, but of course also we'll be providing you more updates coming in at 3 o'clock for Studio 10. Let me show you where you can check them out as well. You head to their YouTube page at WILX Studio 10 for all of those updates. Always super helpful to go on there if you need to look back at a show, any of the segments. And then again, our First Alert weather app, because today is a First Alert weather day, so we want to make sure you're all staying safe and updated. But we also have our reporters and photographers who are bracing all of the downpours outside, so we want to see what they are getting ready for in the 90 minutes of news.
Thanks, Taylor. A new report from the Michigan Health and Hospital Association puts healthcare services across the state in the most need category. That means you may have to wait longer to see your doctor, or the service may no longer be provided. Hear what dentists and social workers have to say about this coming up today on News 10 at 5. Aaron, what are you working on?
Thanks, Tanaya. I'm Aaron Bowling, and today I joined the DeWitt Township Fire Department to talk about newly released data about fatal fires in Michigan. There's some really interesting information about some of the most common mistakes that lead to fatal fires and what you can do to prevent them in your own home. We also checked out this very cool camper, which is a fire safety smokehouse, where they show some of these common mistakes and then simulate a fire to show how to escape. All of that story on News 10 at 5:30. Justin, what are you working on today?
Thanks, Aaron. Today I went to Ellie's Place. This is a nonprofit organization where children go to grief from a lost loved one. They have an event coming up this weekend that sounds like a lot of fun. It's a 5K. I'll have more on that story coming up for you guys later on tonight. Now let's toss it over and see what's going on with Riley.
Thanks, Justin. The people you see gathered behind me are here fighting for the right to choose when it comes to vaccinations. I'm Riley Connell, and I'll tell you what some of these ralliers had to say coming up in our 90 minutes of news. Amaya, tell us what you've got going on.
Thanks, Riley. An MSU student made a trip across the country, but he didn't take a traditional car, he rode his bike. I'll have more on that story coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Taylor, back to you at the desk.
Wow, thank you, everyone. We had Tanaya, we had Aaron, Justin, Riley, and Amaya all out there giving you updates into what you can expect coming up during the 90 minutes of news. If you saw back in Tanaya's little tease there, super windy where she was in the Lansing area. So just make sure you were being safe. Again, that First Alert weather app, we're going to show you that one more time. Great tool to have on your phone at all times, even if there is no First Alert weather day. So absolutely free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Again, you get those video updates hour by hour. You get radar, satellite, you get hour by hour, you can see the Skycast planner, and lots of different things. So again, this will give you alerts if you allow the notifications on your phone. So if there are any severe thunderstorms, warnings, watches in your area, you're able to know because it will notify you. So again, completely free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. But we have a lot happening today. As you saw, a packed show with the reporters, newscasts, and then you also have Studio 10 starting in a little over than 10 minutes. So there you go. We'll have more from our meteorologist. Colton will be in during Studio 10 at 3 o'clock. Then he'll be back again for First at 4, and we'll have more during our 90 minutes of news. So make sure you're staying tuned, up to date. Again, that First Alert weather app, such a great tool to have. And it is free, so that is the best part. Until then, make sure that you are staying safe out there. Plug in your phones if you still have power to make sure you're saving up that power on your phone. And again, you can always head on over to our website, WILX.com. You can submit photos and videos of any of the storm damage you're seeing in our area. We give another huge shout out to Vicky and DeWitt for sending in the hail that you saw, and everyone else who was commenting different questions for Colton, because he was able to give more in-depth details into what you're all seeing out there. So thank you so much, and have a great, safe rest of your day.